Fucking Axel. That guy's a moron sometimes. Last night we were planning on drinking. By the way, you guys, I've been responsible. They call me the potion seller now. Because there's these little glass vitamin potions that I call them. And it's for hangover on the next day. And you drink them prior to a night of drinking. So it protects your liver and also you don't feel as bad of effects of hangover the next day. And I went up to them and I was wearing my coat and I pulled a potion out of my coat. And they said, oh, they were like laughing at me. They called me a madman. Well, guess what? That same night, everybody went out and got their own fucking potion because I spoke the truth. It's better to be prepared. Potion setup. I'm going into battle. But those things, honestly, those things are like a gift upon mankind. You have no idea. Those things fucking work. But then Axel's like, hey, yo, he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to drink it. I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know this one. And so at first I thought it was because he didn't like what, he maybe didn't know what was in it, or like maybe there was a vitamin he wasn't sure about having. He's like, it just tastes bad. And I'm like, dude, you're about to go drink fucking 56% straight alcohol and you're worried about the fucking thing that tastes like melted down Flintstone vitamins? That's the problem? And then he had it and he's like, ugh. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You never did talk about Ruse? I did, I think in chapter 2 or 3 because I met him before the other boys. Ruse and I vibe. I've seen Ruse a lot, actually. I got more stories with Ruse, but that's gonna be the last chapter. Ruse and I vibe quite well. He would not admit it, but yeah, I think he thinks I'm awesome, so. No, Ruse is good. I have more Ruse stories, so I'm not gonna get too much into it, besides the fact that, yeah, we vibe. We definitely vibe, I can tell. I can feel it in the air. Sometimes you can sense it. And, you know, and not to discredit any of the other Armis boys, I've just seen him the most. I've seen him the most. I didn't get to see the others as much. I went with some friends. I went with Ruse. I went with Bettel too. And then Axel came late. It was interesting, to say the least. I don't really know how to describe it. How drunk were you? I was sober. It was midday. So you go in to like call over a waitress or a maid or whatever. You had to go meow meow. You had to put your hands out and you had to go meow 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 meow, and then they'd come over. There was a lot of moe moe kyun. And then we would cast magic. We'd cast magic to make the food better, I guess. Like it wasn't safe to eat at some point. So you'd cast magic. So we got there. I immediately got a highball. So I guess when I said sober, I meant I was 1%. I had 1% alcohol in me. So I got there. Me and Ruse both got a highball. Everyone else was getting food. It did not particularly look appealing to me, so I just opted out. I don't know. I may have been right to do so, judging by the others' reactions. We got a highball. We casted magic on my alcohol, which maybe made me drunker. I'm not sure. And then the maids came over. You know, I'm like, is this what we do again? I was watching them talk to Ruse and stuff, and like them talk and like whatnot. I'm like, is this what we do? Is this what we do? This is what we do. Is this what we do? Oh, do you remember the spell? It was like clapping, and then you turn, and you turn back, and then you put the heart out. I don't know what you said with the clapping. Something delicious or something. And then you'd make a heart, and you'd say something. I don't know if it was Moi Moi Kyun or not. I don't remember. And it made everything better. I don't remember what they said. Oishikun nare? That does not sound familiar at all. But maybe. Maybe. They did a little dance number. I think they got enough super chats or something, and like they started dancing. Which also very much, I started getting kind of flashbacks. and it was very interesting. And then they started like there were like Polaroid photos. I wasn't scared. No, I was kind of just studying. I was like, oh, this is because it's like, you know, there's a lot of these things. I was curious, like, what works. Me, Ruse, and Axel got photos with the maids. I have not yet checked my bank account to see what that sunk me, but we did do that. It was interesting. It was definitely interesting. But that was, I mean, it was an experience. It's all for the experience. How did you convince Ruse to go? Ruse and I were waiting with our friends, and then we went up an elevator, and they said, yeah, we're going to a maid cafe. And I said, whoa, what? And then suddenly I was in a maid cafe. I told the story about did I bring potions with me? Because whenever we go out, we're like, are we gonna drink? And now that Axel is gone, I've stopped doing this. But I carry those liver potions in my coat, and I would hand them out to people. Unfortunately, now that Axel is gone, God rest his soul, I don't really have a drinking buddy. Altair does not drink. Battle 2 does not drink. Shinri drinks occasionally, but you know he normally he keeps it, you know, he's in moderation. Clan drinks sometimes, and then I would say Haka at times, but he's like preserving his throat, and his doctor said no alky, because it's like bad for the throat, which I understand, and I'm not going to push him on that. So I've been a lone wolf in it, unfortunately. So I've been relatively bored in my night outings. No, it's been good. It's just Axel and I definitely bonded in that sense. We definitely had he's definitely the party guy. And I like a good party.